think you will get anywhere in life without education.
Well, education is very important. It's the cornerstone of our society.
The only way out of poverty and trouble is to have good education. And that means not only in the classroom, that also means outside the classroom.
The community that is without an education doesn't have a direction in life.
Well, in 2003, I came to South Africa on a gap year, and I met Henry and Jenny, and they made me aware of the problems that the children face in the townships throughout South Africa, particularly in Lonely Park Township. I then returned to the UK after my gap year. It set up a fundraising office in the UK. After about a year, SOS Africa was founded.
The SOS Africa charity is a small non-profit UK-registered African charity which funds the education and care of underprivileged African township children.
Probably the biggest advantage that our SOS children have is that they get opportunities of education that they probably wouldn't get. If they work hard, if they put their minds to it, they're going to be able to get out of a township and possibly get an education which could bring them back one day, to enable them to make a difference in the lives of not only their own families but the folk in their communities.
The SOS Africa works very closely with the Early Learning Centre here, and we work with the staff here who tell us which children they think will best take advantage of the support that we are able to provide.
Those children, they have benefited a lot. They have developed their different language. They say they wanted to meet the people that they have changed their life.
If my son didn't get this opportunity, like so many children here in our village, doesn't get money to take their children to schools, so my child is very lucky to get somebody who will help him.
Whenever we visit here, it's often a mix of emotions. We're obviously really happy to be able to spend time with these children, and we're delighted about the children we can help. But for me personally, it's often very difficult because we know we can't help each and every child that passes through the Early Learning Centre. It's mine and Henry's dream to be able to help as many, if not all, of these children in the future.
We select children from the Rotary-funded Early Learning Centre in Mafikeng and introduce them to the SOS Africa education programme.
Okay, welcome to Mafikeng Preparatory School. This is where the education process of the SOS Africa children begins.
Children come here to learn to read and write for the first time in their lives, and the ages are from 5 years old in the reception class right through to 9 years old, after which they proceed to the next level of schooling.
What they do with us is numeracy, that's your mathematics kind of stuff. Then your literacy, that's English mainly with these learners, and then as a second language they are introduced to Afrikaans, and then life skills.
Well, when the children start their school career with us, they can hardly speak a word of English. And then within 6 months' time, you can see a difference. And where they were quiet at first, they start to respond if you speak to them. And by the time they leave our school, they can really speak and understand English very well.
The ethos of the charity is to empower the African children we support through education. So what we do is we provide them with a high standard of education and also aftercare support and mentoring.
Aftercare supplies them with a light meal. They then supervise their homework and they have a bit of time to socialise and play.
Aftercare is vital for the SOS project because in the first place it provides a safe environment for them to do homework. It helps them with reading, homework, and it supports them wherever support is needed.
In addition to this, we provide them with the school clothes, the equipment, the transport, basically everything they need to fit into their environment, into their new schools, so that they feel no different from any of the other children.
Having graduated from the preparatory school at the age of 9, the SOS children begin at Mafikeng Primary School.
My name is Tetle and I'm in grade 6. Yes, I want to go to university and study to be a doctor.
It makes it possible for them now to be in a school where the education counts. It's like we do have enough teachers, there's smaller classes, we concentrate on languages and sciences and maths, where in the rural schools there was no discipline, there was not, the resources weren't there, so it's giving them a better chance for life.
Yeah, if I went to the township school I wouldn't have the same education as it is here. It helped me so much. I don't even know what to say. It helped me.
Without a charity like that, it wouldn't be possible for them to be in a school like this, to excel, to take part, to be part of everything, all the activities that the school offer. They're really learners that we can be proud of, and we are proud of having them in our school.
As part of their extracurricular programme, each SOS child is taught to swim.
Okay, this is one of SOS Africa's weekly swimming lessons. Although at first we didn't actually teach our children to swim. Last year, sadly, there was an accident in a local pool here, and it made us realise the importance of teaching our children this basic but very important skill.
It's 40 degrees, children are having a lot of fun in a cool environment, learning a life skill. What more can you ask for?
On a normal day, Jenny will pick up the kids from school and drop them off at their houses one by one. Well, the most important thing I think about our programme is that we make sure that each of our children stays involved in their families. Once each of our children finishes school, what we want them to do is to always stay loyal to their families, to come back here to get good jobs and to bring wealth back, to raise the standard of living of their entire families.
After grade 7, the children attend Mafikeng High School, where they complete their secondary education.
Okay, my name is Albert Landman. I'm the principal of the school. This year we were sort of privileged to get the first child from the charity, and her name is Mavis.
My name is Mavis and I'm in grade 8. I started with SOS Africa 8 years ago. My favorite part of going to school is actually being at school and learning.
Most of the teachers, and I think most of the children, don't even know that she comes from SOS.
She has been a wonderful student. She has been a good learner, performing to the best of her ability. I was really not aware that she was somebody from a disadvantaged community.
If she didn't have the chance to come here to the school, I don't think that there would have been much of a future for her. But I think now there's a future for her.
If SOS is not taking my daughter to the school, nothing education so SOS helped me so much.
We're trying to equip these children to face schooling in a good quality school. We're not a handout charity. We're a charity that equips, we're a charity that guides. But the dream that we have, the dream that SOS Africa has, is that these children will have a future.
We do need people who can help so that these learners who are disadvantaged can become somebody in the future.
Yes, we are really making a difference. And so I would like people to contribute and to help more children to be part of this program.
The SOS kids now have got the opportunity to be educated, and they're going to a decent school where they've got all the resources that they need to get the education, to go on to university and to be able to give back to the community and have a good life.
It's kids like this are just waiting for an opportunity to have their futures set out for them.
They are children. They are no different to other children that we teach here. So children are children.
There are a lot of other children who need people like SOS in their lives.
I don't think you will really realize what effect you have on these little ones' lives.
I thank you very much, very, very much. God bless you.
We appreciate that. It's so wonderful.
I'm too excited.
Thank you! We guarantee that every penny raised for or donated to the SOS Africa charity will be invested in the futures of the children we support. All expenses are covered by Gift Aid. If you would like to support the SOS Africa charity and help us send more of these deserving children to school, visit www.sosafrica.com. Their future is in your hands.